All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Daniels. Now he'll run.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. The motion man here is McClure. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That one incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll run. This is Rivers. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
Tight end going in motion here. Now he'll air one out. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll air it out down the middle. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week. Come out early. Get some completions. Settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
He's down inside the 10, a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A run now with Rivers. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. 3rd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got it at the 3. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Robinson. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss. Second and goal this close to the end zone. It makes sense, Mike, to keep the ball on the ground, but what you're not planning for is that you suffer a loss. So give credit to this defense. They've now changed the entire equation. It's third and goal, but they're not so close anymore.
And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll try and run for it. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. That his first touchdown of the new year. The PAT up and good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up here on second down and 5.
Let's go.
They put Kelsey in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Come on, set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Ah, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Bengals.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1, What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Taking off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Cowboy 80. Shut up.
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Ready?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal.
Here we go, Shaq. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
The motion man here is McClure. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. This one complete to Bryant.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
Now a run on first down. Finding space at the 15. 17 yards on that play. It's a Cincinnati first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Point after try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Bengals will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Rivers. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. The motion man here is McClure. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Samuel going to see what he can do. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. 1st and 10 now from the 36. To throw is Daniels. Off he goes. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. That's the veteran safety, Marshawn Lattimore, bringing him down. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. Mustang 19. Set up.
He'll drop to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a give up the middle.
Number 34.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready, ready. Hut.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Dragon 60.
They put Kelsey in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment.
Got it, ready.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
60 back, Cat. 60 back. Hut, hut.
Now they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Samuel going to see what he can do. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Throwing is Daniels. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Extra point attempt to come here. He gets it to go, and the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer.
Commanders 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Quick throw, taken in. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he takes off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
Again, working deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Warrior 70, 79 Bronco.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, the Bengals. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. Yeah! And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll throw with Daniels. Oh, for the 5th time. And now he loses the football. And the defense has it. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll stick with him again. Up the sideline, past the 30. Give them 14 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Going up top. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. It was Cam Taylor-Britt with the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 10. And the Washington 1st down.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Short pass taken in by the tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with the big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now, Daniels. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. And he's going to be brought down after a short return.